here, 3v3 Tiber Outpost blue side. Aekold plays a Mekboy, teleporting commander, fights range, does some nice damage, can put down turrets and a war banner. Baby Elephant plays a Kommando knob, good damage both melee and range, infiltrates, good at ambushing and sneaking around with nasty tricks. And rounding out blue team we have Horus as a plague champion that starts off range, can be fearsome in melee, can also support with heals and put down turrets, but is not the quickest. Red side, CrystalFear plays an Eldar Farseer, support commander, fights melee, loads of buffs. SnowCrush, very mobile melee commander, offensive, has some spells and can disrupt with them pretty nicely. And rounding out red team we have BlackTemplarCrusader as a force commander, offensive melee, quite versatile, can buff infantry also. Quite an open map, quite large as well. Mekboy will be able to teleport around. Aekold, a pretty solid Mekboy player to say the least, likes to use his stick bombers in tier 2, not overly familiar with any of the other players. CrystalFear I know is quite a solid Eldar player. Mekboy chasing around his guardians but getting shot to bits by this other squad. And double shooters from both Ork players as you'd expect. Farseer has taken top, now taking out some sluggers. Doesn't do a huge amount of damage in melee to start off, but does have a very nice disruptive special attack. Plague champion's gone down already. Doesn't start off very tough, 650 hit points. Force commander might have been responsible, takes out an Ork with a sink kill, kicked him in the face with power armoured boots. Is not going to be very nice for an Ork. And red team take the bottom, it looks like. Completely foregoing these bottom resource points, which usually what I go for first on this map if I'm bottom. 482, 496, none of the VPs natural as you can see, all dead center. Usually have 4 players fighting over this southwest. Heretics forcing off tactical marines, and blues have come back in here. Reds have taken that VP, and top Orks versus Eldar. Farseer all alone. Here comes some guardians, not getting involved though. Should be shooting up those sluggers, might be able to finish that squad off. Aekold teleports in with the death gun though, suppresses them and forces them to retreat. Very nice tier 1 weapon. 3 Eldar generators here, sluggers working on a node, will take a while with their choppers. Here comes that force commander, no war gear for him. More often than not you'll see him get some war gear in tier 1. Eldar Warlock using his speed to get to the central VP to stop this triple. 482, 452. Double ranges for CrystalFear. Decent choice I think versus double shooters. Shuriken for SnowCrush and Devastator for BlackTemplarCrusader. There it is, setting up with a heavy bolter. Kommando knob being very sneaky though, here he comes. Starts off with a stun bomb as well as his infiltrate ability. Not sure what he's trying to do here. I really like his Assassin's Knife against Space Marines, since the Assassinate ability takes out a tactical marine model immediately, which is very nice bleed potential for Orks versus Space Marines. Double plasma grenades going in there and those guys retreat. Battle equipment giving them those grenades also gives them a health boost, a shield and fleet. A shield that they can put down, that is. Nurgle worship boosting the regen of these double kill Space Marines for Horus. Also has some noise marines, not sure where they are though. That was Immolate put down by the Warlock. Should have put it on the Heretics. They moved off anyway. Heretics have their aspiring champion, so they're a pretty decent melee unit right now. Used for worship support at the moment. I usually use my Heretics quite offensively in tier 1. Whether that's a good idea or not, I don't know. Here comes scouts. Might see a nasty grenade here. These CSM are bunched up. There it is. Nicely done. Ouch. Lucky not to lose a model. Heretics get back to worshipping and tactical marines are shooting them up and they're losing models. Here comes that Kommando knob. Not sure what he's doing, still sneaking around. Shuriken cannon set up. Dynamic action at the bottom. Warlock forces off the Noise Marines and takes out a Model 2. They didn't get to do much, did they? 421, 404, and Reds now have a triple. More worship, really good use of the worship by Horus. Warlock moving into that squad, but he's taking quite a lot of damage here in melee with Heretics. Double CSM shooting him up, and the Plague Champion shooting him up, and he needs to retreat. Here come double shooters. Both have the big shooter, I would think. No, only one squad has big shooters. 2 members of the squad get them. Assault Marines now for BlackTemplarCrusader jumping in. Melee unit that disrupt when they land. Bolt pistols and chainswords. Pretty scary unit in tier 1, really. Very, very tough. And hard counter for range units. 358, 404. Still a triple for red. Blues could not push through there. Meanwhile, top, it's a lot quieter and it's all red. CrystalFear doing well. Only 1 Ranger squad remaining though. Perhaps not doing that well. Noise Marines using Cacophony, but Battle Cry means that the Force Commander cannot be knocked down. These Noise Marines need support, and again they are forced off without doing much really. Guardians, both of their battle equipment shooting up generators, and Reds can try and hit this now, try and take the whole thing out. Looks like Horus is abandoning the fight there and going mid. Tier 2, everyone's hitting it pretty much. I'm not sure if CrystalFear is there already. He's getting another Ranger squad. Weird Boy already on the way for Baby Elephant, and these gens are going to be completely raised, I think. Should be decapping that VP as well. Guardians here not shooting. Looks like they're backing off, maybe to shield up this VP. But look at this, all these bottom resource points are blue, though not noded. Chaos Space Marines capping mid, under Nurgle worship. Here comes CrystalFear to defend with double rangers, sniper infantry, very nice burst damage from range, and here we see them go. Bang bang, did not take out a model, got 2 clean shots on that model. I guess I need 1 more to take him out. No guide from the Farseer, huge mistake there, could have taken out a model. Little things like that, little decisions like that that win you the game. There is guide now on those rangers, that's the starting ability of the Farseer. Boost damage and range of an infantry unit. And a damage buff does apply to melee units. Devastators, Tactical Marines and Assault Marines for BlackTemplarCrusader at the bottom. Not sure where he's going to defend mid, perhaps. Blue's really stacking here, and we see Aekold with his double stick bombers, which he loves to use and uses very well. Baby Elephant also has some stick bombers, and a Weird Boy, and a War Truck. War Truck here will support all of these allied units, allowing them to reinforce. Blastmaster setting up. Turns the Noise Marines into an artillery unit, and Warlock had no chance of getting away here. Blue team really stacking in the middle. Blood Crusher out for Horus. A demon with vehicle armor fights melee, decent damage versus all targets and quite quick. Red team completely sealing up the bottom here, have taken Blue's power. Looks like Blue are going to focus northeast and center here. 240, 354, a 2-to-1 for the Blue. Are they going to try and push the advantage here and take out some power? Red team need to sort themselves out. Either avoid the central mass or mass up themselves and try and tackle it. CrystalFear has some Wraith Guard out. Stick bombs going in against those rangers, almost wiping both squads. Can the Wraith Guard get a volley off before these sluggers close in? They can, but they didn't really do much. And they force a retreat. Wraith Guard, kind of a short range artillery unit. Stick bombs going into base, just missing those rangers. Very tough, cannot be suppressed, but they are terrible in melee, which is their hard counter. Blood Crusher taking a lot of damage here, must have been melter bombed, I think. Assault Marines jumping in, they have their sergeant. No melter bomb in fact, but here comes a Wraith Lord from SnowCrush. Walkers of course getting a price reduction across the board in 3.191. And there's stun bombs going in from the stick bombs. That's stunned vehicles now. Since a bunch of patches ago actually, you don't see it very often though used. Huge engagement here. Wraith Lord still chasing that Blood Crusher, has a shuriken mounted on its shoulder. Good damage versus infantry. Going after the War Trap, and War Trap goes down. I think it was the Devastators that finish it off, in fact. Nothing really here that can touch that Wraith Lord apart from the Blood Crusher itself. But it's just not tough enough to go toe to toe with it. Wraith Lord needs support though. Everything has run away. Mekboy does decent anti-vehicle damage, exploding some of his own Orks there. 232-322 is a Librarian for Black Templar. A smite would be nasty on those shooters, and there it is, but hit cover I think. Wraith Lord gets away, survives. Level 1, here comes Black Templar to support. Force Commander has his Thunder Hammer and Artificer, no accessory yet. All of the Force Commander's accessories being pretty damn strong. Middle is blue, Blastmaster knocking back the Warlock, point blank range, level 2 this guy. There goes Immolate, and Blastmasters will just back off and then reset up. Blood Crusher still around, needs some repairs. There is a Heretic squad to do that, or they can just worship, of course. There we go. Boosting energy and health regen of demons. And Marco Zinch on the CSM. Black Templar sitting pretty at the bottom, needs to start capping stuff though. Bardonob with his default Twin Link shooter, which does very nice damage. Thought we'd perhaps see the shotgun or special shooter versus double Eldar. Here's another Wraith Lord from CrystalFear. Loving all these walkers in 3.101. Stepping on an Ork, instantly killing it with a sync kill. Here comes Sluggers with their Knob Leader. They're not going to do much damage though. Out, stick bombs going in again. Excellent use of those things. Wow, special attack from the Wraith Lord, knocking everything flying. Powerful in melee, as you can see. No shoulder mounted weapon for CrystalFear's Wraith Lord. Rangers still getting shots in, good grief. Stick bombs taking out Wraithguard there. Got full retreat finally from the Orks. And look at this, a beamy death gun from Aekold's Mekboy. Devastating anti-vehicle weapon, and the Wraith Lord actually took quite a bit of damage there. Singing Spear is that. Yes, from the Farseer, good versus all targets. Also Armor of Fortune. Let's look at the bottom now. Orks running away again. Hortak pulled down from SnowCrush, missed it. 203-283. Plague Marines get a missile off on the Wraith Lord, which snares it. Not as much as it used to. And they're now fleeing from this Librarian who has his staff. So he's going to be pretty fearsome in melee with Disruption. 191-283. Las Cannon Devastators capping.
Getting a power thingy up, boss.
Stuff leveling up here. What was that? Force Commander's level 3 has the Sacred Standard queued up for tier 3. Very powerful accessory, boosts the damage of all allied infantry within a large radius constantly. Tactical Marines have their sergeant. No weapon upgrade. Blues now pushing mid very, very hard. Shuriken trying to shut them down, and there's an Immolate. Here comes the Farseer. Should have put Guide onto the Shuriken, instead puts Fortune on herself, but it doesn't work and she goes down. Surely, yes, Shuriken does get away. Here comes support from the south. Warp Spiders knocked on their ass and then stick bombed to hell. That's a Kommando squad called in by Baby Elephant, I believe. And that Warp Spider squad goes down. Ouch. Stick bombers leveled up yet? No, they haven't. 146-283, a 2-1 for red. Tense action all across the map here. Wraith Guard backing off Heretics. There's a Doom Blast, won't suppress them but does the AoE damage. Here comes a Wraith Lord to help out these Heretics, suiciding themselves almost, and run the hell away. Not sure what that was about. Weren't defending a VP or anything. 132-283 shooters level 2 up against Guardians. Here's a Hortak called down. Didn't quite hit flush with her grenades, but now both Eldar players have an Orks sub-commander for Eldar. Very quick on her feet, also has quite a lot of support. Buffs surrounding infantry passively, and can heal and buff when she jumps in amongst them like that. Also good disruption, of course. Look at that, double special attacks and jumping into combat, stuff getting knocked around like crazy. And now these double guardians are buffed. There's a noxious cloud, don't think he's noticed yet, from Horus, global ability of the Plague Champion. And look at the damage to these guardians. Yeah, forced to retreat, and Horus has the wherewithal to chase them off. While all of this is going on, they shall know no fear, on those tactical marines briefly, but they are forced off. Huge engagement. This Wraith Lord running riot here. Orks have no answer, no tank busters seen. I suppose with these new lowly priced walkers, Aekold might need more than double stick bombers. Now has a Nob squad on the way. Rangers getting shots in. Bloodletters chasing the Autark. Don't think she wants to take on an entire squad. Rangers are level 2 and level 1. Level 2 squad has Pathfinder. Look at the map. The bottom or southwest is completely red here. Middle is also red. Blues have the top VP, but they don't have the power. Autark now has her Executioner Spear and her shield and is taking on these Bloodletters who phase out. And they're going to need to run, I think, because here comes a Wraith Lord. Plague Champion has his devastating Plague Fist and Armor of Pestilence. It's quite slow now, but has 1282 hit points at level 2. And he's forced to retreat. Bloodletters do good damage to all targets, but I don't think they're quite tough enough to go toe-to-toe with a Wraith Lord. It is backing off. Rangers taking out Bloodletters here, sending them back to the warp. Here comes some stick bombs and a Nob squad. Ouch. This Wraith Lord is going to need to be careful. 73, 277, a single for red. They are capping top as well. Mid is uncapped. Mekboy's capping it. Here comes that Force Finder with the Sacred Standard. You see the constant buff on this infantry. Yellow circles. Assault Marines look like they've lost their sergeant, and the Mekboy could not finish the cap. Veil of Time on the Force Commander from the Librarian. Nob squad chasing little Eldar off. What's this? A Warlock trying to retreat through about 1 million boys and gets away. Nobs did not get a hit off, starting with those huge two-handed chain axes. No sign of their Nob leader or hammers yet. Assault Marines jumping in, good support from BlackTemplar. Need some more suppression, I think, to try and deal with these Nobs. All they have is a Shuriken Cannon. I have no idea what that thing is. Force Finder went down, which improved the buff the standard gives. Ouch! Very nasty smite on those Orks, and they run the hell away. Nobs put Frenzy up and are going after this Wraith Lord, and Wraith Lord needs to run because these Wraith Guard are also tied up. Wraith Lord is staying in there to the death. Grenade going in, nicely done. Who was that? That was CrystalFear. Wraith Lord does go down, and the rest of the Eldar chased off. Farseer going in with her Singing Spear. Nobs took quite a lot of damage, have their huge hammers now though, giving them momentum, which are those yellow rings you can see going up and down them. Every time they hit, they get a bit more momentum. Sync kill by the Farseer takes out a Nob, and now looks like they are backing off. Aekold switches back to his death gun, suppressing this Farseer, and she runs the hell away. Bottom is red, very red. Wraith Lord just killed a bunch of stuff, I think. Level 2 and has Wraithbone, so can regenerate some health. Shotgun Scouts working on power, 13,260. Looks like the Reds have this wrapped up, but the Kommando Nob takes mid. Has his rocket launcher, boom time, and booby traps. A very tricky Kommando Nob. Autark jumping in and then retreats. Stick bombs going off, keeping this stuff at bay. And Blues have a 2-1 with 7 VPs remaining. There goes some more stick bombs. They were stun bombs rather. And again a retreat from Eldar. They really haven't been able to deal with those stick bombs. Hard to get in and tie stuff up quickly with melee unless you go with Banshees, who are quite fragile. I suppose the Orks could jump in. Land Raider Redeemer you saw there from BlackTemplarCrusader, that surely ties it up for red. We do have some more knobs though for Baby Elephant. 2 knob squads on the field now. Double Plague Marines for Horus. Assault Marines jumping in. Here comes some more support. Kraken bolts go off. Plague Marines tied up by the Librarian and knocked down by the Weird Boy. Heretic worship here. Does not affect allied units, only your own units. And Librarian runs 7-2-1-9 Blues, holding on to the 2-1 despite huge red map control for a lot of the game here. Avatar on the way for SnowCrush. Here's a Land Raider Redeemer, and CrystalFear has one of my favourite units on the field, the Seer Council. And they're going to go up against a Knob Squad here, I think. There they are, leaping into combat, and there's a Rocks on the VP to stop the Farseer capping. Will it take her out? No, she lives. Knob Squad runs the hell away. Seer Council need to stop chasing, and there we go. Orks has her fusion gun for SnowCrush. Wraithguard getting shots in, Seer Council ripping stuff to shreds. Need to tie up these stick bombs, I think. Attention must be elsewhere, most likely on this VP, and it's capped. And there's a 2-1 for red. 5-2-1-4. And there is the GG from SnowCrush. And the game taken for red. No, VP counter stopped. With 1 VP remaining, 2-1-4. Land Raider Redeemer chasing off Orks, and here are some assault terminators. No way blue team are holding the center. Noxious Cloud goes down. Center should be capped, and that should be the end of the game. Blue team have put up a hell of a fight though. Aekold has lost most of his army trying to push top, and there is the victory. Center decapped, and an Avatar was there as well. Crazy stuff, excellent action all over the map. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you next time.